Two famous words. I'm back. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm your host, the notorious H.I.M, and I am back with another Wi-Fi battle. This time, one of my first Wi-Fi battles on Scarlet and Violet, and I have a banger team for you guys. I will leave it below in the description, so definitely check it out. If you want to use it, go ahead. And if you haven't done so already, please rate, comment, subscribe. It is 2023, and it's now time to take this channel into the new age, some new horizons. But guys, so far so good, man. I've been having such a good time, and I'm so glad to be back from my hiatus. My teammate has a pretty, my opponent I should say, has a pretty scary team of his own. So this Clodsire, honestly, it's a threat, and I really cannot allow this thing to really start shed tailing. So I'm gonna go for this big first impression, and first impressions are so important. And Jiminy showing y'all right here why Lokix is such a beast, bro. Like Jiminy Cricket, bro, he wants all the smoke. I go ahead and get this big first impression off and kill him, though. This is not even a game right now. Like, I have the choice band, bro. Like, there's really not much you could really do. And you have to make a decision, like, what are you gonna really do? So out comes this fairy Thor here, swinging around his big hammer, and I know I can't live anything here, so I really don't want that smoke. I decide, you know what, let's go out into Corviknight. Corviknight is our dedicated defensive wall. You know, true say, like, Albus Corvus, he's a beast, bro. I'm rocking the Rocky helmet, so anything he hits me with is gonna do damage, so you gotta think really carefully what you want to do. He goes for a fake out, which is fine. Obviously, look how much damage that it does. I mean, it's not a lot, and ends up doing more damage to him with the Rocky helmet. So, true say, I'm in a pretty good position. I can now start just body pressing for damage. You know, goes for a knockoff, so gets rid of the Rocky helmet. But true say, that's gonna be fine. I could just go ahead and continue to do my shenanigans. I can very easily just body press for damage, and look how much that does, bro. Like, this guy is no longer a threat to me. The biggest thing with this team is when you're using, you know, choice banded Adamant Lokix with this first impression, your main priority is just to get mons below 50% health. If I can get mons below 50%, I know with Tinted Lens, I'm so much of a beast, bro. I'll be able to kill pretty much anything. So he brings in the Armarouge here, which is great. Helios, pretty cool nickname. I have a play to make, right? Like, I could very easily have gone into my own Armarouge expecting the fire attack, but I'm gonna decide, you know what? Let's bring in the Clod, bro. Let's bring in Clodsire Oswald here. He wants all the smoke, bro. He's fully special defensive. I'm really not afraid of this thing. Look how much damage that does, bro. Like, I'm really not afraid of this thing, and I can very easily, you know, get up my Stealth Rocks, go for Earthquake for damage, but I'm deciding, you know what? He's not gonna bring back in the Tinky Tonk, so I'm gonna go for the Toxic here. If anything comes in, probably the Great Tusk. He's gonna go ahead and get that Toxic, and that's gonna help out immensely with my team, bro. Like, if I can just get this thing lowered, that's gonna help out a lot. He's probably expecting me to go for Stealth Rocks, but no. I'm gonna go ahead and spit some black sludge in your face and give you pink eye. So you about to go down, bro. I know I can't stay in, right? Like, really and truly, there's really no options for me to stay in on this Great Tusk. So I have to leave, and there's really no choice for me but to just go back out into Albus Corvus, right? Like this thing really can't touch me. And it's really the defensive walls that are the glue for this team, right? Like, they allow things to get whittled down. They allow things to just support the team so well. So I love my defensive core here. And that's exactly what I'd go ahead and do. He goes ahead and gets off his Stealth Rock, and now, obviously, I can make a play here. I can very easily defog, or I can go for damage. I think, true say, the best thing for me to do is to go for the damage, because I could always defog later, right? The rocks aren't that big of a deal for me. So I'm gonna decide, you know what? Let's go for damage. If I can chip this thing down, again, my main play here, my main priority is to try to get things whittled down. If I can get things below 50%, between 50 to 60%, I know that Lokix is gonna have himself a good time. So Albus Corvus, his main job is just to whittle things down, and I'm gonna go ahead and body press again. That's exactly what I do. He brings back in the Armarouge, which is fine. True say, I mean, I'm not too worried about this thing. As long as I keep Clodsire at a reasonable level of health, I think I'll be able to beat this thing 1v1. So I'm really not too afraid of this thing. And honestly, I could very easily bring in my own Armarouge, right? Like that's easily a play for me. But true say, why would I do that? I know that he's packing the Shadow Ball, so my play 100%. Let's go back out into Oswald here, the Clodsire, and let's put some pressure on this game, right? Like, I can now start going for Stealth Rocks, Earthquake. Like, nothing really wants to deal with this thing 1v1. So he goes ahead and gets a big Armor Cannon off, and that's going to do a lot of damage, but, you know, I'm still at about 50% health. I can still probably live, you know, another attack if he's choice. I really don't know what this guy is rocking here, so I'm gonna decide, you know what? Let's go ahead and get some damage off. Let's get this Earthquake. He goes ahead and brings out the Tinky Tonk here. That's gonna go ahead and kill this thing, right? Like, there's really no reason for this thing to be a threat to me. I'm gonna go ahead and get this big Earthquake off. Even if you break the mold, it's not gonna help you. You're gonna be dead right here. So Clodsire goes ahead and gets him a big KO, which you love to see. You'll love to see when Clodsire is having himself a good time. And guys, I'm really enjoying this game, bro. Like, I'm really enjoying this meta. This game is clean, bro. You just gotta clean up some of the animations and stuff like that. And this game is gonna be such a fun game to play this year, bro. Like, I'm having a lot of fun playing this. Honestly, I really don't know what my opponent wants to do here. So out comes the Sizzle. This thing is absolutely a threat, right? You got to remember, like, Clodsire is specially defensive, so he's not going to be appreciative of some physical threats here. So I have to play very carefully here. Obviously, this thing could pack the Defog. I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe I want to get my rocks off or just go for damage, because this thing will probably sword dance in my face, and I have to get this thing to a manageable level of health, because like I said before, as long as I get these things to around 50%, anything lower than that, you know that Lokix is going to come back in and just first impression. So that's really my play here. My play is just to kind of get off as much damage as possible. And that's doing some sizable damage, bro. Like he either has to pack the Roost or something, right? So I decide, you know what? I still want Clodsire around, because that's still going to be a threat later on. I'm going to go out into Albus Corvus here, because if anything, I can start getting off some pressure with some you know, body presses here. And at least with the pressure, he can start lowering some of his moves. He won't be able to do as much to me. So that's my thought process. And he comes in and goes for the big bedazzle here and terrestrializes right in my face into a flying type. He's flying with these balloons here. And he's looking pretty clean right now. You know, this is a shiny. He's clean as hell. So what is he really going to do? He's going to start playing with some sharp-ass swords. And this is not a good thing for me, bro. Like, I really don't know what this thing wants to do, but I'm going to go for a big taunt here to just stop him from continuing to set up. I really don't want that. I really can't afford for him to continue to just set up freely here. So I decide, you know what, let's go for a taunt. Let's see what he wants to do. If anything, I could probably just roost off the damage afterwards. I don't anticipate, you know, this thing to really do a lot of damage. And he kills me with a close combat, bro. Like, I definitely wasn't expecting this, bro. But now that I know that he has, you know, he's not choice in any way, he's not choice banded, he's not choice scarf, you know, I could very well come out into my own Armarouge, Tony Stark's here, and I am choice scarf, so I know that I will be faster than this thing, and I can very easily go for a fire type attack, right? But honestly, the best play probably is to go out into Jiminy here, because if I go for the fire type attack, he could very easily just bring in his own Armarouge, and I know he's not weak armor, so I'm going to go ahead and get this big first impression off from this range. It most likely will kill it, especially now that it's flying type. So that's exactly what I go ahead and do. He makes a smart play and brings in the Great Tusk here. And obviously, first impression not going to be doing too much of this, but I just want to see how much damage it's going to do. Ends up doing probably like 35, probably 35%. So that's pretty good damage, and keep in mind he is toxic, so even though he's getting the help from the leftovers, as long as he's toxic, there's really nothing that he's going to be really able to do. He's on a timer, bro. Like, this thing really can't do much. Now that the Albus Corvus is gone, I have to make a decision, right? Like, I really don't want things to get destroyed here. Just looking at his team, you know, I really don't want, you know, things to go down unnecessarily. So I have a play to make. I'm going to go out into Baxcalibur here, Permafrost, and see if I can get off like a big Icicle Crash or Ice Shard or something like that. See what he's going to do. He could very easily like close combat here. So I decide, you know what, he goes for a Rapid Spin. So now I know he's going to be faster than me, right? I am choice banned with the Baxcalibur, so I really can't afford for him to get off any real damage here. So I'm going to see if as much damage I can get off. Like I said, I mean, the main priority of this team is get Mons below a certain level of health. and then it's gonna just allow Lokix to just come in here and clean things up. So I go for this easy Ice Charge here. I'm expecting it to take out, but he lives on a sliver of health and goes for a big close combat on me. So down goes Permafrost. Sorry to see that, bro. You hate to see when Baxcalibur can't really get going, but I appreciate everything you've done. We're gonna get you next time, bro. Now he has a choice, right? Like, he can pretty much do whatever. He knows he's probably gonna go down next turn to the poison. So, I mean, whatever he wants to do, I mean, that's totally fine here, right? Like, now I can very easily just go out into Lokix here, clean this thing up. I could have probably even gone out into Livewire here, and I am packing the quick attack on this, so I could have very easily just killed that with a quick attack. But you know what? Jiminy is the play, bro. Like, I could very easily just go out, get a first impression. He has the rapid spin off, so I really don't know what his speed tiers are. I know at level 100 base, I think they get up to 300 speed maximum. So if he's max speed, I really don't want to be dealing with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this first impression, take this thing out. Obviously, first impression gonna be more than enough to kill this thing. And Jiminy Cricket, bro, like I'm telling you, he is a beast, bro. He is out here and he's ready to party, bro. Like, this thing is not something you want to deal with, bro. First impression is just such a great move, such a great priority move on this mod, bro. Like, I love it. I absolutely love Lokix, bro. I'm having such a fun time with this battle, and look at him. He is ready to go, bro. So out comes Hades, the Scizor. So now, obviously, I am locked in, so I have to go out here, right? Like, I could very easily make a choice here. I'm expecting him to probably go for, like, a Bullet Punch or something. So I'm deciding, you know what? I'm going to go out to Tony Stark here. If anything, I could just go ahead and get off, like, a Side Shock or something. I really don't want to go for the Fire-type move, because that would very easily just allow him to just come in and counter that, right? Like, I really don't want to be locked in to that Fire move and he just come in. So I'm going to decide, you know what? I'm going to go for Side Shock here. At this level of damage, I think he's Life Orb, really and truly. So I'm going to go ahead and get the Side Shock off, and that should be more than enough to take this thing out. And if he decides to switch, that's just going to be free damage, bro. I know from everything he has left, I'm most likely going to be faster than, unless they're Scarfed, right? It will most likely be a Speed tie, or if he's Choice Scarf on the Gyarados, then that could be scary too, but at least I get the damage. So I'll go ahead and get this big Side Shock off. I mean, it does some pretty good damage, you know, and now I'm deciding, you know what? Let's go right back out into Clodsire. Let's keep Armarouge alive, bro. Like, let's keep Tony Stark alive as long as possible, bro. So I'm gonna go back out, and I'm gonna go out into Oswald here. Obviously, he's my specially defensive wall, so I mean, this thing really not gonna be able to do much to me. Let me go ahead and get this big Shadow Ball off. Not gonna be able to do much. And true say, I don't know what his set is, bro. I don't know if he's choiced. I don't know if he's Scarf specs. I don't know. So I'm gonna go for a Stealth Rock here, see if I can get some damage, and he goes and gets a clean Side Shock off on me and takes me out, bro. Goodbye, Clodsire. Thank you so much for your contribution, bro. Definitely appreciate it, but you go down today. You hate to see it, but now I know he's not Choice, right? I'm gonna go ahead and go out into my Livewire. I know I'll be faster unless he's Choice Scarf, so now it's just an opportunity for me just to get some free damage, and I'm definitely gonna be able to cap this thing and go for a big Shadow Ball here. So what are you gonna really do? I go for a big Shadow Ball here, and this is gonna take this thing out. Like, there's no way under the sun that you're gonna live a Choice Specs Shadow Ball, not from Jolteon, right? Like, you're really not gonna be able to do that. So that's exactly what I go ahead and do. Now his options are pretty much limited, bro. Like, what is he really gonna do? Like, I don't think from this level Hades is gonna be able to kill me here. I mean, he could probably Bullet Punch, but he's definitely gonna die to this Shadow Ball, bro. Like, there's really no reason for him to live this. And if he does, that's fine, because I know that Armarouge could just come out here and go for a big either Side Shock or Armor Cannon, whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this big Shadow Ball off and clean this thing up. Livewire coming in and being an ultra threat to this man. And what I would really love, obviously, with him having Gyarados, is to switch out and come back in. But he's probably gonna Dragon Dance, so I have to actually stay in with this. Like, this is coming down to the wire, and if I can get this Gyarados to at least probably like 65% health, I know that I'll be able to kill it with first impression. So I'm really in a pretty good position here. Like, I very easily could just Shadow Ball here, go for damage. Best case scenario is I get the special defense drop, right? And if he's not, you know, Dragon Dance, he could very well lose this, right? So he goes ahead and goes for the Dragon Dance. And guys, this is coming down to the wire, so I will remind you guys again, if you haven't done so already, please take some time to rate, comment, subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome your boy back to YouTube. I greatly would appreciate all the support. Thank you guys so much. But I'm gonna definitely go for a big Shadow Ball here, but obviously he's faster now, so I think at this point I've gotten him to the health that I need to. So now I have to make the play, right? Like nothing else is gonna be able to outspeed this, and he's Moxie boosted. So now I have no choice, bro. Lokix has to come in here, has to go for first impression, and with a choice band, Adamant Nature, it is gonna be enough to take him out. So guys, please enjoy the rest of the battle. It's been your boy. I am out, the notorious H.I.M, and I'm out. Peace.